10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the Iconic Video Games Podcast. I'm Axle1324.
And I'm Doggy420.
That's right, guys. And today we are so happy to announce that somebody is making a grand entrance again. Everybody say hello to Princess Zelda! Woo!
Woo!
She's still muted.
Hello! What a lovely
Princess
welcome.
Zelda, we
Thank
missed you so much.
I missed you guys too. I missed the show. You guys are amazing.
We're so happy you're back. It's so great.
Thank
What a
you.
great night. This is great. Hope everything has been going well for you.
It was hectic,
And-
but worth it.
All right. Well, that's good to hear. And yeah, we're so glad to have you back. I know there's a lot of people in the chat that are excited to see you. And yeah, we got a great night planned here. We're going to celebrate.
I'm so
Absolutely.
excited. It was lovely
Look at
seeing
us.
everybody.
Look at us, everybody. We're a complete team again. Woo!
Yay!
Yeah.
All right. But to make sure that you get the biggest bang for your podcasting dollar, we brought in another guest today. And today we are honored to have the prestigious Dr. Sonja in with us. Hello, Dr. Sonja.
Hello. Hi, thanks for having me.
All right. Before we get started with the show, as always, let's say hello to our iconic chat. We got Time Drago Jr. back in the chat. Hey, Time Drago Jr., thank you so much. We got Splendiferous. I'm not going to put that bullying on here. Here we go. Splendiferous saying hello to Doggy Dog. We got Tony Grazzo
All right.
going on. We got Ninja Drago.
Oh, happy birthday.
Let's see who else we got. We got my wife. Can't wait to watch this show. Woo. And look. Miss Zelda, holy cow, it's really you.
Yeah. Woo.
Really, you, Tony?
Big deal.
I
She's a
love it.
big deal, everybody. We got Back from the Dead here. We
I
got
saw-
Ty Drago Jr. Let's see who else we got. Yeah.
I saw
think that's
something
it
about
so
it being Back's birthday today. So happy birthday, Back.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Enjoying his birthday, he says. Yeah. So happy birthday. Hope you're
Happy
having a great
birthday,
time.
Back. All right, so let's talk to our special guest. Today's topic is games with strangers. And so there's some games that you play with your crew that you like playing with your crew. But then sometimes your crew's busy. You know, they're living life. They're out touching grass, you know, stuff like that. And you can't get them online. So sometimes you got to play some games with strangers. And today we're going to discuss some of our favorite games with strangers, which is why we are so honored to have Dr. Sonja in here. Dr. Sonja, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, hi, everyone. I am Dr. Sonja. That's what we'll call me. I've got my PhD in Sociology and Digital Humanities, which basically means I study how people play games overall. And I'm really interested in this topic about strangers and playing with strangers because I got into game studies when I was a kid, basically, because I was a pretty big nerd and I didn't really get along with people until I got my first video game system, my own NES at home. And I found that I was able to start talking to people about playing video games. So when I had nothing else to talk to people about because they didn't understand me, I felt a little bit weird, right? I felt a little bit like an outcast. When I started being able to play games and talk about games, then I was making friends and I was able to connect with people. And I really found that fascinating. So as life went on and I went through various careers and degrees and things like that, I stumbled onto game studies, which is basically, academic study of video games. And now I study how people play games together and why they play games together. And that's why I'm here today to talk about this cool topic. So,
All right. Awesome. Fantastic. And by the way, guys, you don't just have to be a gamer. You can also be a doctor as well.
I know lots of doctor gamers. So there's a big gang of us all over the place. So
That's a collective term, the gang.
the gang of us.
Wow. Gamers have become gangs now. Wow.
Finally, positivity for gangs.
I know. You will no longer bully us. We will bully you. I'm just kidding. Happy Cloud Gamer joins us. Hello, Happy Cloud Gamer. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, Dr. Sonja. So you did your study with oh, hold on. It's someone's birthday. That's right. Back's birthday. Happy birthday, Back. Woo!
Happy birthday.
All right. There we go. All right. Yeah, Dr. Sonja. So you study the way people act together in video games. Is there something in particular you guys are looking for? How do you go about gathering your information? Do you get volunteers and stick them all in a white room and torture them by making them play awesome video games for 5 hours? I mean, what's going on here? 'Cause that's the kind of study I want to be in.
There are labs and people who do that kind of research. But me, I do a lot of online research. So I did my master's degree with a certain game online, playing with a bunch of people that I'll talk about later. But I watch people play and I play with them and I see what they say in things like chats and I see how they emote and what they do with their avatars and how they game together, right? So how do they play? And whether they follow the rules or not, I watch all these behaviors and then I sort of look at that through all sorts of different theory and things like that to figure out, why we like gaming and why does gaming bring people together.
Hold on. Let me interject here. So you're telling me that you guys do litmus test on gamers?
Well, I might. Some people, some other colleagues of mine will, study, like you said, gamers in rooms where they actually, give them specific games to play and watch them and do, actual experiments and things like that. But I'm more of an observational, I'm an ethnographic gamer. So I study the culture and just see what happens more than anything.
Because I was going to say, if you guys can profile some of these cheaters and filter them out of my server, that would be fantastic. I'm just saying.
Well, cheating is there are people that study that as well. Cheating is I love that concept as well. It's hard to define, right? Is cheating making your own rules? Is it stealing stuff? What is it doing, right? So every time I see that, I want to ask questions.
Awesome. Do any of our other panel members have questions for our esteemed doctor?
I'm really enthralled by everything she does. Actually, I would like to pull her aside for a few hours and ask her many questions. But it's just so interesting. How did you choose the game that was used in your research?
So for my master's degree, I chose World of Warcraft largely because I draw a lot on personal experience. So at the time, I'd had a concussion. I lost my job. I was trying to get into grad school because I had to leave a career. My ex-husband was in Afghanistan. I was alone, and I was playing World of Warcraft to cope. And my brain went, oh, well, there's something happening here, so I want to learn more about it. And then I found out that there were books. People had written books, academic books about World of Warcraft over the years. There's a whole bunch of research out there. And then when I did my PhD, I studied games from my childhood. So I studied a lot about how you can overcome trauma and alienation through playing video games. And so I actually recorded myself playing games from my childhood and then analyzed my own videos to understand my memories and experiences with identity. So I played all sorts of games, original Super Mario Brothers and Tetris and those sorts of games. So.
Wow, this sounds so interesting.
I know, it's so fascinating. Which game elicited the most powerful emotions and responses?
Tetris.
Wow.
Surprisingly enough. And Tetris, I actually wrote an entire chapter and it was called Tetris Through Time. And it basically, I talked about having my Game Boy and how I used to hold it really close and play Tetris. And throughout my life, going to arcades, right? Doggy's room, right? Sorry, I don't know what the right way to say. Right, with looking at the arcades, right? I used to go into arcades and I could see the Tetris machine. I would go to it and play it and feel powerful. And then even when I got my PlayStation VR, I started playing the Tetris Effect, and that just brought back so many memories. And I was so into it. And I was like, Tetris has just been through my entire life with me. And there's actual research out there that shows Tetris is a game that you can play to help overcome PTSD.
Wow.
Really?
So other researchers have done that. And so I sort of piggybacked on that as well. But that's my favorite.
You know, they didn't. Nobody at the VA hospital told me I could use Tetris to overcome PTSD. Just saying.
You need to forward the research to them.
I know, right? Doggy, do you have any questions for the doc?
She might have answered the question that while she was talking there, but I was going to ask her. I knew she's a big retro gamer. What's your favorite retro game? Because I love retro games, so I was kind of wondering what yours was.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but King's Bounty. It was on the Sega Genesis, I believe, was the version I played when I was a kid, and it's like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 kind of style. You're roaming around, you're picking up armies, and it's strategic army building game, and it's a really cool fantasy game where you're trying to take over. Or you're trying to save the world, I guess, from all these various villains, and I love that game. I still play it. I have a retro system right in my other room that I play all sorts of games on, and that one I go back to all the time. I love the music. I love the play. It's just I love it. So
and Genesis games could bring the cool music back in the day, right? Couldn't they just? You might have the limited chip was being Axel like to say, but man, they brought out some of the best music sometimes, So that's
totally
that's a good choice there. That's good. So you used to go to arcades and stuff too. That used to be kind of your thing and stuff too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I grew, I think
lies. There were no girls at the arcades where I went. I'm kidding.
Well, pre-internet, right? So we used to my daycare would take us on field trips to arcades because they were like cool places to go. So there was a big arcade.
Really?
In this mall where I grew up, there was a big arcade. So we'd go and all the cool kids would play like Virtua Fighter or Mortal Kombat. And I would go and play like Pac-Man and Tetris. And I could spend one quarter and play like 20 minutes of Tetris while they were like piling bucks and dollars into the, the expensive machine. So I thought I was pretty smart that way, right?
Yeah, right. That's a good point.
Yeah, so.
All right.
Very
now,
interesting.
one more question from me, Dr. Sonja.
You bet.
Is that turret back there? Was it put there by GLaDOS to make sure you stay on task and stay productive?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry. Yes. I turned it off because I figured out how to hack it, but it does sometimes come alive and yell at me and flashlights if I move too far away from the desk. So
there you go. Stay on task, people. All right. Let's check in with our chat. Thank you so much, Dr. Sonja, for that insight into your work. Let's check in with the chat. Drago Jr. says, "Doctor time." Tony Grasso says, "Interesting guest. Absolutely, she's fantastic." Ninja Drago says, "Axel's room looks a little different. It looks like there is less stuff. There's not less stuff. It's just that I changed walls. The old wall is over here, and this is my old wall. And the reason is because I'm building a train set back here that will hopefully one day come to life. But that's years down the road." Titan Drago says, "You should see my behavior when I play Smite. It's probably pure rage."
We'll talk about that later.
Probably pure rage. Honey Bun joins us. Hello, Honey Bun. Thank you so much. We missed you.
Yay.
Paul. First thing, thank you so much for coming in. And second thing, Tetris is relaxing. Happy Cloud Gamer has a question before I go to sleep. It's 2:30 a.m. Can you see Microsoft buy Netflix to work on their own multiverse? Most tech companies have movie stream part. Nintendo's got studio yesterday. Yeah, Nintendo did buy their own animation studio just yesterday, so that is big news. I don't know if Netflix and Microsoft strike a really tight deal, a lot of the Xbox shows could go over to become Netflix series, and The Witcher on Netflix is one of my favorite shows right now. The Castlevania animated series, fantastic show on Netflix. What is that League of Legends one? What's it called? Valorant?
I'm not sure.
I forget what the League of Legends one is also fantastic. So yeah, they could definitely work a deal out. But that is more of a Sunday morning question. Happy Cloud Gamer, thank you so much. I'm going to steal that topic. All right. Fastback says, "You have iconic games here to say hi, but can't stay while there's a dinner date with the wife."
Aw,
Hey,
Aw.
that's you treat her right. Fastback.
that's right.
Enjoy your dinner.
That's right.
Yes.
It's Timothy Bart comes in. Hey, Timmy, thank you so much for coming in. Wow, Dr. Sonja is amazing. She is.
Oh,
I
thank you.
agree.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
Yes.
Time Drago Jr. Yeah, I feel whenever I go to the arcade, I just do hover hockey. Is that what it's called now? Hover hockey? We used to call
Oh
it air
yeah,
hockey.
I love the air hockey. I love the air hockey table. That's awesome. That's
Me
always
and my
awesome.
friend
Good
used to
times.
put our hands in front of the goal and hit the hockey puck as hard as we could to each other. And
Oh,
you would and like we would be bloody because neither one of us wanted to lose our little.
should
air
wrap your
hockey.
fingers up in there a little bit. And
Oh man,
40-minute quarter.
Right? That's a good way to save money. Yeah.
Zelda should be on Gyms of War, eh? That's
So
right.
good.
yes,
Let's see.
that's-
Kilomilo joins us. How's the home, Titan Drago? Yeah. How is the home? Do you have the Viking cave?
Yeah. He
Vikings
has a
now,
Viking
too.
Star Wars now, so now he has enough room to. Vikings is over there. Star Wars is over here.
Oh, that's cool.
Right, but let's not forget that in his Viking room he has a picture of Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers owns the Vikings. That's right, Drago.
Yes.
I said it.
Aaron Rodgers will be struggling this year, though, man.
Yeah.
He got
All right.
nothing
Hey,
for
good
it.
night, Happy Cloud Gamer. Thank you so much for coming in. All right. With all of that being said, guys, let's get straight into our first topic. So, Dr. Sonja already elaborated a little bit on this, so we're going to let her finish her elaboration. What is your first game that you love playing with strangers?
Well, it's World of Warcraft. I love World of Warcraft because you can go in and you can do so many different cool things with people that you don't have to make friends with, right? You can go in, you can be your fantasy self, you can, enjoy the world of Azeroth, but you don't have to make friends, right? You can go in there with the random dungeons, the pickup dungeons. That's sort of my big favorite thing to do when I'm trying to learn about people, right? So I guess I don't know if anyone doesn't know World of Warcraft, but maybe now it's too old of a game, so maybe maybe I should talk about it. But I used to go into sort of the five man dungeons randomly, right, with people I didn't know, and we would run through. And what I started to see there was like all sorts of different types of people that would communicate and different ways they would communicate with each other. I sort of came up with these 5 different things. So I'm going to doctor out a little bit here, and I called them the 5 forms of interaction in World of Warcraft.
Okay.
And one of them was breaching, is what I called it. And it's basically like the trolling and the griefing and the sort of the bad behavior, right? Calling people names and purposely ninjaing stuff and right, that sort of thing. And then there was this one-upping behavior where people would go in and say, yeah, well, I did this much damage, but I did this much damage. Yeah, but did
the
use
one-upping.
this spell or trying to one-up each other, right? So a lot of people do that when they play these sorts of games. It's really fun to sort of participate in because I as a stranger can go in and say, yeah, well, I did 3,000 DPS, blah, 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 right? And it makes you feel good. And if you screw up or you mess up and you don't get along with the person, it's a stranger, so you can just sort of sneak away and go, oops, okay, never mind, right? So it's fun that you can play with that. And then there's a lot of people who help each other in this game too, which I really love. I love playing healers, so running around and trying to help people and teach people, and people who will come and give you gold, and they will give you random help if it looks like you don't know what you're doing. So I've seen a lot of great, exciting friendships, or stranger friendships, I guess I would say. And then there's people who just go in and have fun, right? They go in and they tell jokes. The Chuck Norris jokes, does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
I love Chuck Norris jokes.
So
Chuck
that was
Norris can slam a revolving door.
right. Yeah.
Send it.
There's 10 million players in World of Warcraft because Chuck Norris lets them be there or something. I forget what the joke was. But right, you'd sit in town and people just suddenly randomly start saying these jokes, and then everyone would come in and start talking about the same thing. Complete strangers having fun and laughing. There were some cruder ones, which I won't talk about, but there were lots of fun. And then the last thing, which I'll sort of nerd out about, is that when we went into these 5-person dungeons and people were playing and not talking. They didn't emote. They didn't talk. They just ran through and they knew exactly where to go, what to kill, whose role was what. And it was so fascinating that there was this whole set of social rules that people knew. They knew how to play the game and they could get along. Complete strangers could spend 2 hours together solving a mission without really talking. And I thought that was so cool. So I love playing it because I can go in and if we all know what we're doing, we don't have to talk to each other, but we're still with each other. And it's just such a great game for that. And now I haven't played in about a year, so I'm now convincing myself to go back and play just by talking about it.
So. You're going to re-addict yourself to the $15 subscription fee.
So, so I think that's my number one choice.
Absolutely fantastic.
Well said.
Yeah, very well said. Wow.
Yes.
It totally trumps whatever I was going to say. Thank God I go last. Have either one of you guys played World of Warcraft?
No.
No. What about you, Doggy?
I have never played this. I have a few friends I know that absolutely love this game, and they were, when I went over to their house, they were trying to show me how cool it was and stuff. I guess I didn't believe them, but trust me, the game has to be as awesome as she says, because plenty of people would have to agree with it. So,
nice.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, what a great description of that, though.
Right?
I mean, you couldn't have. If I had something to add, I couldn't add it there because you would have said it. That was great.
I used to love watching the World of Warcraft machinima that they would do. Certain groups would put on like Warcraft. They would reenact music videos or reenact entire movies.
Yeah.
And they would record it and put it on YouTube. So I used to love to watch that. I never, at the time, I was when it reached its peak popularity, I was deployed, so I wasn't going to play either way. And when I got back, I was studying, so I wasn't going to play either way. So I never got into it. And now that I'm grown up and with a job, I'm too busy to play it anyway. So it's just never been my time for World of Warcraft. But I do love the concept of it.
Right, this one.
And I think it's still the world's biggest MMO currently.
And it takes a ton of your time, right? I mean, this is kind of
any MMO does. I mean, you got to know life. Any
super
MMO
dedication, yeah. And that's kind of the way that they describe
I log
it.
into one of my games daily that I'll talk about later because I have to know life it. So yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Sonja. Let's check in with the chat real quick. Let's see. I just started watching the Resident Evil show on Netflix. Pretty good. Can't go wrong with Lance Riddick in it. Both Horizon Zero Dawn and Destiny. Yeah. That's another show that Netflix has, another gaming IP that they own. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I lost the Navy in the Navy to WoW. He got absorbed into it. Whoa, it happens.
It does. I've had a lot of friends. Yeah.
You did it. You did the impossible, Doctor. You cured him.
That's not very often that happens. I had a dose of something there.
All right. Let's move on. Princess Zelda, what is your first game that you're going to talk to us about?
So when we came upon this topic, I was thinking of games that I play with others that I don't often get nastygrams when I play it. So it was, all the shooter games were pretty much out. So then I started thinking of games that are really just fun to play with others, where you don't have to be very good or skillful at the game, where a little strategy is involved. And I came up with Worms. So Worms is fun because although I have killed myself in this game, it's just a little bit of strategy, and it's easy to see like the patterns that other people are doing in order to kind of piggyback their strategy and to work together. Oh, this game's so fun. I hope everybody's played it.
This game is ridiculous.
But it's so fun. I know, isn't it?
I love the holy hand grenade.
Oh, yeah. And I like the airstrike. Oh, you think you're up there and you're going to avoid me? No way. So you have different tools and different weapons which you use to try to attack the worms on the opposite side, and they do the same to you. So sometimes I try to tunnel, but then I end up drowning. But it's just fun to play with others. So I chose
That's
Worms.
actually one of my favorite strategies, to tunnel and just let like everybody kill each other, and I end up surviving through a war of attrition.
Exactly. It's just fun. It's fun for all ages, and it is fun to play with family and friends too. But like you said, if they're not available, then this is definitely a great game to play with strangers.
Absolutely fantastic. Dr. Sonja, have you played Worms?
I have. It was a long time ago though, so I don't know. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, 2004. So I don't know what version that would have been.
This has been around since I was a kid, actually.
Yeah.
Still going.
Yeah, I remember it being really odd, like a strategy version of Lemmings with like lots of bombings and things like that. But I haven't played in a long time, so now I'm intrigued. It looks
Nice.
yeah.
Doggy, have you played Worms?
No, I've never played this. I have like one of them was Games with Gold, but I never played it. Does not look familiar as I watch it on the screen, so nope.
Willa would love this.
Oh, she probably would love something like this for sure.
All right. And hey, Macro Powered Gaming is here. Hi, Sonja. Good to see you.
What's up? What's up?
Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, and by the way, this is Chris from Macro Powered. He was on our show a long time ago now. And I didn't know this at the time, but apparently her and Mako know each other.
Yeah,
So,
we've worked together. So
They work
Wow.
together.
And-
Yeah, I
and
did
that's
not
cool.
know that. It was just
Learn stuff
happenstance that I
together.
saw your profile, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to invite her to my show, and everything else just kind of fell in place.
What a small world, man! I'm telling you.
Exactly. What a small gaming world.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Worms, man. I love this game. I love playing against cheating computers because that's how you refine your strategy. If you can beat a cheating computer, you can win this game. But it's most fun playing against people because people make mistakes. And it's those mistakes that lead to the funniest moment. Like they'll go to shoot you and they'll hit an in-world object and then whatever it is will bounce and come back at them or yourself. It's just a hilarious little strategy, turn-based strategy game. And the thing the worms say is so hilarious and funny. And the sheep, you don't know where it's going to blow up. You just let the sheep go and go in that direction. Hopefully it kills somebody. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And that's always been the best part of this game is just the utter chaos that can occur from it. So fantastic choice, Princess Zelda. Fantastic choice.
Thank you.
And hold on, before we get back to you, Doug, hold on.
that
Mako,
was
Christopher
ugly.
Michael Power says, "Welcome back, Princess Zelda." Woo! Doggy, what's your first game that you love playing with strangers?
Man, my first game, I love playing with strangers. Like Princess Zelda said, I tried to think of a game that I enjoyed playing that wasn't, when you played people and you're talking trash back, like some Call of Duty or something when you stink, or even if you whoop their butt, they're not getting mad, And I've been playing it, since the 360 era is Madden. Everybody loves playing somebody online at Madden. It's fun, like playing with the friends here, sitting on the couch. But this stuff's made for online play, and it's easy to pick up. And like I said, it's made for online play. Nobody can see. Like if you're sitting here on your couch playing with your friends, they can see what you're picking or whatever. They at least know kind of where you're at, But just online play. You just kind of the camaraderie. If they quit out on you, it doesn't cost you anything. Like if you're co-oping or anything. Like if you're trying to get through a race or something like that, they're quitting out on you. You get the win anyway. So, just get different skill levels of people. It's always been fun to play. How can you go wrong with playing a game of football with somebody? And EA, Madden's the same every year and everything, but at least the one thing they get right is the online play. It's usually pretty hassle-free and everything. So, I don't know what else I could really say about besides it's football and it's fun. And I feel like sports games, it's just really the best time you can have. Yeah, it's sports and football.
Right.
Which I'm going to be the fantasy football king in the Xbox League next year. But Madden. Man, I've been enjoying Madden online and you can just play it against randoms, have a good time. You can join up and talk to him if you want, or you can just play it silent, just play, do it, whoop them, take your whooping, have a good time. So you just love football. So yeah, Madden is the Madden series is my first pick.
What a fantastic pick. Ladies, have either of you played Madden against people?
Please, Dr. Sonja.
Oh, I didn't. No, I haven't played it against people. I use it to learn football, so I play it terribly by myself. But I haven't braved the strangers yet. But it's nice to know that it sounds like a good community. So maybe I'll have to give it a go now. So great to know.
There you go. Princess Zelda, other than Titan, have you played anybody at Madden?
Very similar answer. I have played Madden and I have enjoyed it, and I've watched Titan play it for many hours. However, I have not played it for strangers for a similar reason, due to my lack of knowledge and inability to perform well.
There you go.
If you don't mind me, Princess Zelda, is it? I don't know. Does it feel like it's? I don't like we have to know football. I don't know if I'm being gendered here or talking about girls, but I don't know. I feel like I'm scared to go on and do Madden, but I feel like I could do, World of Warcraft with strangers and screw up and be okay. But if I do something like Madden, I feel like I'm going to be judged.
How much do you enjoy being trash talked?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make the gender situation even worse, because during football season, one of my children go with me to the kitchen and we make meals for first quarter, halftime, third quarter, and then the end of the game. So I'm literally in the kitchen cooking meals for each quarter while they're screaming at the TV. So I've just made it worse.
Or better, because the food is important. But yeah.
I know, that's fun for me. I'm like, it's football season. What appetizers?
If you're not playing Madden with nachos, you're doing it wrong.
Somebody's got to make the food.
Oh wow! Let's check with the chat real quick. Let's see. We love football. Titan Drago Jr. says we love football.
That's right.
That's right. And Titan Drago says I learned a lot about fantasy football from our league last year. Yeah, that's right. I hope you did, because you kind of sucked.
Yeah, you're gonna. We wouldn't have known from last year's outcome. No, he did really good. He picked up my Leonard Fournette stupid drop that I did, so he knows from now on to look at the free agent list all the time, because people drop people and they shouldn't. So
yeah,
you did good.
And I made
good,
a fantasy
Titan,
football
really.
league on purpose, understaffed in the bench, so people would drop people.
Right? Yeah, I had to drop. Yeah, exactly. My team was so
that's the
stacked,
way
I had to drop.
I like doing it that way. Hard decisions.
Right? Exactly. Yep.
I made all the wrong ones last year. All right,
This is a
Michael
good
Power
one
says
right
I
here.
missed the NFL 2K series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fantastic series. Yeah.
I talked about this a few weeks ago. Yes.
This new Madden is horrible.
Is it? Okay. Yeah.
I guess.
I haven't played the 22 online with nobody. So
Let's see. I learned about football from playing in a JFL team, Junior Football League.
Football League.
Team playing high school football, watching college and NFL. Yeah, I learned football watching.
Yeah. Just kind of
Absolutely.
sitting around watching it. Yep.
First game I can think of playing with strangers was Call of Duty on the 360.
Right. Yeah.
Thankfully, you can mute everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So fun fact, I have yet to ever win against literally anybody
Oh, really?
in Madden.
Oh.
It could have been my
Shoot.
brother, my friend, strangers online. It didn't matter. I have yet to win a football game in Madden. Like, my little brother is so amazing at Madden. Like, it's insane how good he is at Madden when he got into it. Like, I think he had a record of like 200 games won and like 11 losses.
Ooh, he'd probably take me out then.
Yeah. So he was pretty high up there. And I believe this is like in 2005-ish. So yeah, he was pretty up there.
Man.
So yeah.
Man, that's how many games have you played online?
As much as I love Madden and I do like playing against people, play me and you'll probably win. I don't take it personally. So yeah. Wow. I don't know what's going on here, Princess Zelda, with your conversation. I'll let you guys continue that. All right. Yeah. Fantastic choice, Doggy, as always. So let me get my game going here. So the first game I'm going to put up here. So I used to play League of Legends a long time ago when I was in college. But I had to stop because, well, I was in college. I needed to, study, focus, do some of those important things that you should do when you're in college. And so I decided to stop playing League of Legends for a while. And recently they released a mobile version. And I'm like, you know what? Let me check it out. Why not? And lo and behold, I'm addicted again. And so League of Legends, you know, I don't play with my friends, or I don't have like my own team, so we're not a pre-made team or anything, is what they're called. So I just play ranked with strangers or regular with strangers. And sometimes I take it more serious than others. Other times I don't. Um, Dr. Sonja, I would be the troll chatter, not the troll player, but the troll chatter. Where like if somebody's telling me I'm trash, I kind of just egg them on, be like, "Yeah, man, you're so awesome. Make sure you win this game for us." You know, like I kind of try to play into it.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
It's really funny because when they die, I could just make fun of them, be like, "Oh man, what happened? I thought you were gonna carry us." You know, I'm such a troll chatter. But it's a really fun game. There is a lot of strategy into it. There are assigned roles if they play them. Some people do, some people don't, and you just got to learn to go with it. Whatever they choose. Sometimes you can look at their team versus your team, and just based on the composition of the team, you know you're going to lose. Unless you have like a god tier player on your team, you're losing. So I just do those games just to practice my technique. But League of Legends is so fun to me. Like, I love winning. I love it when it's a super close game. Like, if we go in there and we dominate against a team, I find it to be less fun than if it's like a really close match and we're like you know, sweaty hands. You know, like it's like I gotta be like on my A game to win, because then I feel a great sense of accomplishment. Like, yeah, I played someone that was close to my skill level and I beat them. Come from behind wins are also one of my favorites, when we're like up against the wall and we just have like that one exchange that makes all the difference as a team, and we end up winning the game after that. So I really enjoy League of Legends because it's highly unpredictable, even though sometimes it is predictable, but overall highly unpredictable. And I don't know, I just get into the whole competitive scene. And they do have a mode where you can play against bots, but nobody uses that mode. Right? And don't forget, guys, when you unlock a new character, the first thing you got to do is take that character into ranked. This is the way. Okay? Okay, you got to take that character in there with tryhards. All right, let's see. Has anybody else here played League of Legends, either Wild Rift or regular? No. All right, I'm all by myself.
Resounded no. Oh no, yeah.
All right. Nobody said anything. Come on, guys, get some energy.
Well,
No!
I'm scared of it because I got addicted to World of Warcraft, and I feel like this is another one of those games that if I start playing it, I got to do another degree so I can write another book
to study addiction.
Right, by the way, if you need subjects for your League of Legends study, I'm here for you. Okay, Dr. Sonja?
Okay, good. Okay,
I'll play League of Legends for science. I'll put myself through it. For science.
in that little white room you were talking about.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll feed you occasionally and see how you do.
That's right. Just open the little container to give me some food every now and again, like a prison, like a study prison.
Or a hamster wheel, like you know, you can have the wheel and the little bottle with the water and. No,
he only gets bread and water though.
We'll give him
Bread
milk.
and water. Oh my! No, I can't have bread.
Oh right, no bread. Okay, well just water. Fine.
Just water.
Right, he made that simple for you.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. So Kilomila wants us to look up Madden 25 Game of the Year, Mystical in Sports. We might check that out sometime. Splendiferous says, "Is that right, Axel?" It is right. I do play League of Legends. Kilomila, what about Smash Bros? I do not do fighters. I want to be good at fighters, but I cannot do fighters, Kilomila. If you want fighters, you're gonna talk to Doggy.
Even if you get like in a fighting game that's not new anymore, like some King of the Fighters 15 or King of Fighters 15 or something like that, getting those lobbies now, there's some killers in there. Yeah, I don't want to play that anymore with they'll kill you. Or even like MK11, like Back, he's a killer. Get in there with Back, he'll take you down. But yeah, stuff like that. You get in those fighting games, man. After those lobbies are kind of cleared out of the noobs, man, there's some killers in there.
Yeah, I went into an online match on Soul Calibur 4 back in the 360.
Oh,
the guy juggled me in the air the entire match. I did not hit the ground, so
right.
I was like, "Yeah, not for me."
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, I go to like some Street Fighter and some online Street Fighters like that at the Street Fighter collection. Yeah, I just get tore up so bad, so I mean, it just makes me feel bad. Like, but yeah. So anyway, sometimes you gotta go on there and get, realize where you stand.
Michael Powered Gaming says, Sonja, I remember talking about League of Legends at a conference in the before times.
I think the number of talks, the number of amazing things I've heard and seen at the conferences. So I don't remember the exact talk, but I know that it was a big thing that a lot of people were talking about. So I don't exactly remember, but I'm sure. I know I knew it was there, right? And I knew a lot about it. But yeah, League of Legends. Right. But can I jump in about the Smash Brothers thing? I didn't bring it up because I don't play it with strangers, but at a gaming conference, I remember going to a adult beverage place, a bar, and somebody brought out Super Smash Brothers, and I think I played it for 2 seconds and died, and then I didn't understand what was happening and just sort of walked away. So I have that same problem with fighter games where I just get my rear end beaten too hard and have to stop. So
yeah, my wife's the same way on Super Smash Bros. Too.
You just always fall.
My wife is the same way when we play Smash. So here we go. Let's see. Let's check in. What do we got? Ninja Drago says that he wants to hear Princess Zelda's favorite Roblox games next week. I think we might have to try it. Let's see. Graphic God is in. Where is he? I lost him. There he is. Evening, Gamers United Guild family. Hey, Graphic God, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate you. Let's see. They messed up Street Fighter 30th anniversary on Xbox. I'm so mad about it. As you should be. Make sure you write lots of angry tweets about it. That's the way to go. That's the roll.
That's what it was. Yeah, 30th anniversary. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With all that being said, guys, guess what time it is?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This evening, we have a very, very special intermission for you. But before we can do this intermission, we need another guest. I'm sorry, Axel, I know this is unexpected, but our guest, I need Dr. Doggy. Has anybody seen him?
Dr. Doggy, are you coming in?
Hey, yo! Hey! Yeah, what's up? Princess Zelda, thank you for the warm welcome. Not like any kind of welcome I'd ever get from this Axel guy. He never even introduces me. Just leaves me hanging every single time. So thank you. It's nice. Okay, so it's great to have you back. Get you back. Gonna sit here with these stale other two guys that are in here. It's great to have you back. And Dr. Sonja, it's great to have you here. It's my honor. Great to be here with a fellow doctor, such as yourself. This is going to be a great. And Axel, good evening. No, it's great to be here, everybody. It's great to be here. Let's have a great show. What do you guys have in store? What do you guys got?
I need your help. So, for today's intermission, we are going to ask these esteemed doctors the hidden meanings behind some of the most prominent character traits of our interesting panel and friends in the chat. So, without further ado, are you ready for your first question?
Oh, yeah.
Let me put the doctors. Oops. Let me put the doctors on the top here.
All right. Your first question this evening. Doctors, Axel is deeply passionate about sci-fi games. Why do you think that is? What does that say about him?
Dr. Doggy, you want me to go first? I'll go first. Well,
you go right ahead.
I think an interesting sci-fi games really shows an interest in chaos and exploring the unknown. So I think there's something going on there where you're searching for something. That's yeah. I think you're searching for something maybe out there in space or the future. Dr. Doggy, I don't know. Are you getting the same vibes?
Dr. Doggy.
Actually, I am. And I told you, Axel. I told you I was going to expose you in a couple of weeks. You and your micro-pachycephalosaurus. You like that? You like that? You come on here, acting like you big stuff? No, I got the real studies of everything, including your prehistoric studies. What you're talking about? You're so mean to that doggy dog guy. I know he's just kind of a lowly guy or whatever. But why do you gotta treat him like that? And I think, so what I think that Axel is doing with these sci-fi games is right. He's reaching for something. He's searching for something. I think what it is he's living in this fantasy world. Like back in the day, and when he was a little kid, he didn't play with He-Mans and stuff. He played with Barbie dolls and My Little Ponies. And he thinks now he can watch these cool sci-fi movies and these shows, and it makes up for it, but it doesn't. It's too late for you, Axel. I'm sorry to break it to you.
All right, there you go. Let's check in with the chat real quick. All right, Tony Grosso says, intermission finally has meaning again. There you go. Oh, my wife is laughing all the way. Yeah, the doctor himself. I got my notes ready. Let's go.
Yeah, get your prescription pad ready.
That's right. Oh, Dr. Doggy is back. Hey, Mr. John the Doctor, just thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
What a dark hello.
Well, the difference is it's because he wears glasses that I'm into sci-fi. Right.
That too.
Let's see. Yeah, Dr. Doggy is smarter than everybody.
Right, I'm always right. Just never question it. Just write it down on your notepad like I was saying. Exactly.
That's right. Okay, what's our next question?
Our next question. Doctors, my husband, Titan Drago, is obsessed with Smite and highly competitive. What does this say about him?
All right, let's go to Dr. Doggy first this time.
You know something else, Axel, I gotta ask, man? Every week I watch a show, and there's this train set sitting in the back there behind you.
Yeah.
You ever gonna finish that? Or is it finished? Is that just like...
If you got $3,000 to hook me up with, I can finish it in about 3 months.
It's your set like the end of the line. Is that what it is, you know?
It actually is a broken line right now. The main connector did not reach. So I cannot connect the final piece of the turnaround on my train set. So it is a broken line as of the moment.
That is
the other pieces are on back order.
That is the worst excuse I've ever heard. But moving on to the next question. I should expected something like that. Moving on.
Oh, moving on. All right, that's his answer to Titan Drago's fight. He's not even going to talk about it. Moving on. Dr. Sonja, what do you got on Titan Drago?
Oh, no. Oh, wait. Are we talking about... Wait. I didn't mean to pass up Princess Zelda's question. No. What's Princess Zelda's question?
What was your question again, Princess Zelda?
My question was, my husband is obsessed with Smite and highly competitive. What does this say about him?
All right, Dr. Doggy, what does it say?
Smite? Let me think. What does that say? This says he doesn't like good games. No, wait. What that says is he must have not wore a helmet back in the day when he was a kid, when he was riding a skateboard and fell off and hit his head too much. And this is what happens. So all you kids out there, wear your helmet, or you'll play Smite for the rest of your life.
Dr. Sonja, what do you got?
Oh, that's a lesson for the day right there. Whoa.
Well, I mean, it's because Smite is a game about being a god, right? I think I understand that, right?
Yes.
So I feel like we have some sort of god complex happening where he wants to control the universe, the world. He wants to be in charge, but also kick butt and take names at the same time, but do it for free and not pay for World of Warcraft. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Do it for free.
Am I right?
He wants to do it for free. Oh my god. Oh. So funny. Oh wow. Princess Zelda, a follow-up question to your question.
Please.
Does Titan say, instead of saying "call me daddy," does he say "call me Zeus"?
Why, yes, he does.
There you go. She got it.
Got it figured out.
No, true story though. I think, and if I'm not mistaken, he can tell me in the chat, but I'm pretty sure he got hit by a truck while on a scooter. So I don't know if he was wearing a helmet. So we're gonna have to wait to find out.
There you go, Titan. So both doctors are right on Titan. Wow.
They are
Hi,
good.
Dr. Doggy.
They are good.
They are. Let's check in with the chat, see what they have to say. Lady Luna say, hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, we're just having
Lady Luna,
little
hello.
laughs here at what we do. Yeah.
No fuss, no fuss. It's just
You
Dr.
should smite
Doggy.
him
It's no
in the
fuss.
eyeballs. Ninja Doggo says, I just started playing Smite and I got my first win too. Congratulations, sir. But run. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, oh no.
Splendiferous says that Titan wears small pants.
Short shorts.
Titan Junior says, Smite criticizer. Free, I've been doing that all wrong. I like Odin. Is
like
what he
Odin.
said. I pike. I think that's supposed to say play.
I think it's like. I don't know if it's play or like. Pike.
Both play.
Okay. Yeah. And Splendiferous says that he's chilling. By the way, everybody, be sure to like, share, and subscribe the show. It helps the channel out a lot. We appreciate each and every one of you here. Any more questions for this intermission, Princess Zelda?
No, that'll do it.
All right.
Got a lot of insight. We're thinking about a lot of things.
Oh my God! What fantastic insight into both myself and Titan Drago.
That was interesting.
That was wow.
It's fun.
That
And
was
now I know you can play Cthulhu in Smite. It says play for free on my screen over here. That's why I said it was free.
there. You go. All right. Let's move on with the show, guys. Dr. Sonja, are you ready for your second game that you love playing with strangers?
I am.
All right. What do you got?
I got another Blizzard game because I guess that's my thing. But Hearthstone, or I used to call it Hearthstone, but Hearthstone is a card game, right? It's a collectible card game based on the Warcraft sort of universe. And I installed it on my phone quite a few years ago. And I thought I would just, dabble in it a little bit. And then about $700 later of buying
What?
decks,
Hold on. Say that number again.
approximately $700 later.
This is a free to play.
Well, yeah. So Smite's free to play as well.
You're not alone, Titan Drago. She also did not know that it was free to play.
But that was over a lot of years, and I did do some research on it. But the thing about Hearthstone is that you randomly get matched up with somebody if you're playing competitive play, right, ranked play or casual, but you sort of just start the game and there's another player there. You don't really know anything about them. You can't talk to them, right? You can't talk to them in the moment unless you know their actual handle and you have them as friends. But if they're strangers, there's no way to chat. There's no way to voice chat.
Wow.
It is just
You can't even trash talk?
No, well, you can, but there's emotes, right? So your little character there at the bottom. I'm trying to point at the screen. At the bottom, right, and the top, the Lore Master Cho, right? They're characters, and if you hover over it, you have all these different emote options. There's like 6 of them. You can say hi, or you suck, or I hate you, or hurry up, right? You can say things like that. See, there's in the image, right? I'm coming after you. But they're very limited options. So as a sociologist, I find it really fascinating that you can talk, but you can't talk. And there are hidden ways that you can mess with people in this game. You can see how the characters are sort of turning green or flashing when the mouse goes over them. So there's this whole background of strategies for hovering your mouse over various characters to trick your opponent. There's time limits on the moves. So if you take too long, there's a rope that starts to burn, and it's called roping. So if you want to mess with your opponent, one way to do it is to let the time run out and let the rope go. And these are all like different ways that you can non-verbally, without camera, without anything, mess with your opponent. And it's really fun because not only is the game fun, you get to, have a lot of interesting strategies, and you can really destroy people. And that's my dog scratching her collar in the background if you hear that dinging noise.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I don't know. I love the game, and I stopped playing it because $700. I looked at it, and more expansions came out, and I just had to stop. I'm very looking at this right now. I'm getting like cravings. So
Oh,
So
and the urges.
I know I may have had a problem, but it's just such a great game. And then talking about it online with people, and then I used to play it outside, and people would come up to me, and if they knew the game, again, they would say something and be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And we could talk about cards, and it was a really enthralling game, part of a universe that I love, and I don't have to talk to people. I don't have to make friends. And I can very sneakily mess with people and troll people without being that mean, but just, hovering a mouse, and I can make a big statement. So that's what I really love about playing this with strangers. Yeah, it's a good game. I miss it too much.
Did anybody else here play, I was about to say World of Warcraft. Hearthstone. Any Hearthstone players here?
I'd never heard of this before tonight.
Really?
It's
a big deal.
I never played Magic the Gathering. I never had Pokemon cards when I was growing up, right? So I never did that in person, but it's from what I gather, it's a lot like that. And it's just because of the Warcraft universe, I got my head into it, and the card collection. And there's so many cool tricks you can play with the different types of battle cries. Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Like Axel said, it looks like Magic the Gathering kind of cards. So it'd be kind of like, I guess, a video game's version of that kind of thing.
Yeah, you make decks with, and each like Jaina Proudmoore at the bottom there she's a mage, so you get certain spells that you can use, like ice spells that combine with different characters, and you open card packs, and you have legendary cards. And
so that's where the $700 went. Was
where the $700 went?
Well,
okay, all right.
Every expansion was about $100, like $100 after you got the full expansion. With I would get all the cards that you could open at the time because I was making excuses. I was doing research.
Did the expansions come with some free packs to kind of feel that urge a little bit, that fiending for a card or the pack to open or something like?
Yeah. There's the way they've animated it too. It's just it's so addictive. And I do actually legit have a diploma in addictions. If you at the education about somebody made that comment earlier, but the way they make it flash when you open the cards, and you can hover over it, and then when you hover your mouse over a card, and if it glows yellow, it's gonna be a legendary, and you're like, boom, legendary, and it's like the dragon I've always wanted.
We were just doing that in an NBA game the other day. I was doing that too. You could see it. We hadn't opened it yet. We won a game, and it was one of the cards that we opened the pack, but it didn't open the cards yet. And one of them was like glowing over here, and Jesse's like, dude, that's a whatever card he calls it, and he's, yeah, exactly, and that's cool. And then it opens, and it takes and it takes 10 seconds to open. Yeah, that's addictive right there. Exactly.
Yeah, it does the whole spinning and the whooshy noise, and
it
was finally opened. It's like opening the Holy Grail. Just
I'll say one more thing to justify my big expenses. I really got into now that I say it out loud in front of people, it's terrible. But there's gold versions of the cards, right? So you can have the regular cards, but then gold ones show up. And so I was really obsessed with collecting the gold versions. And so that's, I really opened more packs that I should have to try and get the golden cards to try and show off to strangers, right? So if I had complete decks made of completely golden cards, it made me feel like I was the master of Hearthstone, right? I was covered in gold. I was sparkling. It was
gilded. Lady in gold.
Yes.
Master of gold.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I completely understand. That's cool.
But don't play it, kids. It's
$700. $700. That's like up there with my spending on the old Rock Band days, man. Woo! Man, that's an addiction.
That might be one of our future topics. The most money we've spent in video games, because now we're adults. We have access to adult money. So wife, the internet's going to be down for you that day. Just don't tune in for that.
Yeah. You don't want to see this one.
Let's check in with the chat real quick. My wife, Lucy, I thought someone would play an instrument. She's talking about your dog scratching.
I should take the collar off. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
I spent a lot I've spent a lot on my Magic Mike the Gathering over the years. Wow, Titan. Wow. Let's see. Mr. John the Dog says Gwent.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a lot like Magic and Pokemon. Yeah, right down to the cost.
Yeah. You're so right.
Let's see. Hearthstone is nice compared to the average mobile game. Yeah, and he's played Hearthstone.
Yeah.
But Blizzard with Diablo Immortal is getting bad. Yeah, Diablo Immortal is the rules are bad. But I played about 3 matches of Hearthstone, and there's a lot of rules. And I thought to myself at the time, I was just looking for a fun game, and Hearthstone was making all the news media at the time, and I was just like, wow, this has to. I need to check this out. It'll be somewhat simple. I used to play Pokemon. Yeah, I had a nice side deck, mainly side deck going on. People never. I used to CC them to death. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do the same on Hearthstone. I'm just going to CC to death, right? And it was more complicated than I had time to learn at the time. I played about 3 games, lost all 3. I lost a tutorial, lost all of them, and I'm just like. Uninstall, but it was like when I installed it at the time, I was like, oh, I'll install this. I was expecting like a 64 megabyte game or something like that. It was 600 megabytes at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And I remember installing that on my OG iPad and playing on the OG iPad some Hearthstone. By the way, check this out, guys. So I'm going to definitely 100% get Dr. Sonja addicted to this. Don't you miss this, Dr. Sonja? This right here. Look what happens. Look. Hold on. You're gonna love this. Hold on. I want everybody to see your reaction here. Let's see. Don't you miss this? Don't you miss this? Look what's happening. He's just. And the screen shakes. He shatters. Fireworks are going off. You get the big victory banner.
That does look. Good.
I still have all my old decks on my phone. I should have to re-download it, but I think now that I've uninstalled, I think it's up to a couple of gigs. Like you have to have that much space for it to do the whole thing. So I don't know. I'll blame you all if I do.
You'll blame us. GoGameGo says 600 megabytes. Oh my! If you play Call of Duty Warzone, it gets to 200 plus gigabytes. Yeah, but you got to remember, my iPad was like. Not that much memory, and it took up like 90% of it. So it's the same thing.
The OG, I think.
Axel, why would you taunt a former addict like that? I told you, if you did not hear my legal thing, I am a troll chatter. Okay, I am a troll chatter.
I'm not installing it right now.
Taunting former addicts, man, that is low.
That's right.
Low stuff.
All right, fantastic choice, Dr. Sonja. Thank you so much for that. Princess Zelda, what is your next game that you love playing with strangers?
So I chose Among Us, and there was a reason for this. The reason I love playing Among Us with strangers is because family and friends have a tell. So if you're playing with family and friends, which is also fun, but like each one of my family members has a tell. I know they're the imposter. So one of my children will be like, it'd be great to know who's the imposter. Are you the imposter? I think mom's the imposter. I'm like, oh, it's this guy. And then my other child will be like, well, what mission are you working on? Like they have specific tells where I know right away they're the imposter. Like they do the same thing. And they always know I'm the imposter because I always kill Titan first. So if Titan's the first to die, they know mom is the imposter. So this game, you almost have to play with strangers, or the game's really not as fun as it could be. Because we always know who the imposter is.
Hold on. You always kill Titan first?
Always.
Every time. Wow.
Yes, I don't want to miss the opportunity.
Pent up emotions you got going on there.
That's the next question, huh?
All right. Among Us. What a fantastic game. So you like playing it with strangers because it's more fun?
Yes, because I don't know their tells. So if they're speaking or like I don't know their patterns yet, their tells. I'm not quite sure how to read them yet.
Yeah, good point. Yep.
All right, so there you go. The tell is if Titan dies, she's the imposter.
Yep, odds are good.
There you know. Has anybody else here played Among Us?
You go ahead, Doctor.
No, I haven't. I love hearing Princess Zelda talk about the tells because that's my sociology background coming into play where, we have all these secret things that we do in games that we somehow know our friends or our families when we're playing beside them. But yeah, sorry, I just got excited by that. But no, I haven't played Among Us. I know of it, and I have students who say things like "sus" or "they did." I think now it's old.
It's in every platform.
I never knew what
sus.
sus was until this. Yeah, good one.
Yeah, so no, I have not. I have not really played it.
So I've played Among Us, and I, of course, troll play, right? So I found a dead body. True story. I found a dead body, and instead of going and pull the alarm, I just stood by the dead body. I just wanted to see what would happen, right? Of course, somebody sees me. They go and they ring the alarm, and they're like, oh, it's Axel, it's Axel. He was standing next to the dead body. I'm like, oh, how do you know it's me? You know, because my mom said, you know, whenever you see something that's you just mind your own business. Well, I was just minding my own business, right? And they're like totally trying to cast. I love the fact that it's their story versus your story,
Right. Yeah.
right? And you have to cast doubt onto their thing. Like, I saw you, but what did you see? Right? Just like, I love that part, and the fact that you can embody characters. Like when you find a character online, oh my god, when you find a guy that's just, or a girl that's just like a personality to play this against, it's fantastic. Yeah, Among Us, one of the greatest. It's like playing Clue in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I love it.
You can't trust anyone.
I didn't realize how cool the game was until it came to Game Pass and Willow showed it to me. I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, it kind of is the ultimate with strangers game, kind of in a way, because I mean, and like Axel says, cool seeing like when you go in that little message thing and they're like, oh, it was such and such, and they have some stupid reason for what it was, and you know, like, oh, I saw him here, and they're just, I don't know, it's just funny watching the people talk back and forth and acting like they're trying to figure stuff out. And yeah, it is kind of the ultimate stranger game. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find enough people to fill up a lobby at this, so I just kind of think it is kind of a stranger game, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
It's so funny. Like one time I went in there and literally all I did was type in, I didn't find a dead body, if I'm being honest. Right? I just called the emergency meeting, and there just happened to have been a dead body because you can see it, right?
Right.
And I said, it's yellow, trust. And that's literally all I said, right? And yellow got ejected. Oh, my God, it was so funny.
Was it yellow?
No, it wasn't yellow. Oh, my God, it's so fun. It's so fun. Let's see.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's check in with our chat real quick. She always takes me out ASAP, so if I die... OMG, she explained it.
It's true. I can't not.
The difference says he loves Among Us. Time Drago Jr. says, yep, haha, so true. Best thing ever. Biggest threat. Strategic. Let's see. Time Drago, does that make you reverse Kurt Russell then? Might be I know that you're really into the pop culture, Michael Powered, so I don't get that thing, so maybe you can explain it. Let's see. Ninja Doggo says he plays way too much. Jason Max joins us. Hey, Jason Max, thank you so much. The Mag is in. The only way Titan is going to die is by my hands, not in the game. There you go. I'm not going to say that. There's a family-friendly show, guys.
I got to check out whatever that said.
Splendiferous. I play with Jupiter and Boba Fett and Doom Cutie all the time. Among Us, yeah. And I constantly send bump, bump, bump.
Splendiferous. Do they have tells? Do your friends have tells when you play with them?
Yeah, Splendiferous. Can you tell who killed who? Let us know while I load up this next thing. Here, let's see. There you go. While we wait for Splendiferous, has he answered yet? It's the Thing reference. Okay, yeah, well, I definitely don't get it. I didn't watch The Thing.
What?
Makes sense, yeah. I haven't watched The Thing.
Good movie.
Splendiferous, I am not reading that. Jedi Peter. Not Jupiter.
I love you, chat. You guys are awesome.
That's right.
I'm not going to read it. I'll just say
All
it.
right. I'll say it. Here we go. Doggy, what game do you have for us?
Man, such great games by the two ladies, man. It'd be hard for me to match what you two guys had. But I'm going to go with the here recent game that while as great as it is, playing by yourself, as great as it is, playing with your friends, it's also just as great joining in, playing with the randos, whether you're just trying to complete a level or just complete the whole game, play it on arcade. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, man. I'm sure most of you guys have played this game. If you haven't played this game, it's on Game Pass. Get your head out of your butt, download it, and play it. The story mode is awesome. The story mode, of course, you can join in if you're having a tough time, or if you just want to play 6-player, chaotic action, 2-player, any of the levels that you're playing, you can join in, play with the randos. Doesn't matter if the randos decide they want to drop out, you still get to keep going. You don't have to hear them talk the trash unless you want to party up with them. But usually, for the most part, when we're playing this game, anytime I'm playing this game and I want to, because, okay, what's cool about this game, it's got this achievement where you got to get to level 10 with all the turtles and April and Splinter and Casey and all that, right? So you're going to be playing this game a lot. And it's just more fun to play with people, especially with the 6-player. And of course, I forgot where I was going with the whole thing. But yeah, you could be playing the story mode if you want to join. Want to just play through something, not play it yourself. Join up with people. It's total fun. Just more fun playing with people. Like I said, if you haven't played this game, try it out. If you don't play with the randos. Get a hold of me. I'll play it with you. But yeah, this game is excellent. One of my so far game of the years.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, Dr. Sonja, have you played Shredder's Revenge?
I have started playing it just by myself, but I have to bring up the Turtles arcade game when I was a kid. This is where it sort of all started, and
That's right.
I remember having randos try to come up and take over some of the turtles and put their coins in. It's the game's very similar, right? But yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind was trying to get to the machine and play, so I didn't have to play with anybody, but they'd come in and then take over. But yeah, no, I'm playing it now on the Switch and I'm enjoying it. So, but not
right on here, you don't have to listen. Like, you don't have to smell their sweat.
Yep.
You don't have to listen to them talk. Right here, you're just fine. You're just playing it. And this game was.
You only have to play with the strangers. You don't have to smell the strangers.
Yeah, you don't have to smell them or anything. You don't have to smell them, talk to them or anything. You don't even have to put in quarters and share that with them. So, yeah, that's a good point.
Fantastic choice. Princess Zelda, have you played Shredder's Revenge?
Yes, I played it as soon as it came out on Game Pass, and then I had to take a break because we were moving. So then I actually watched Dredd was streaming it on his channel. So while we were driving down, I didn't do much.
Yeah, that's
driving.
right. I was there.
You were there.
Oh, yeah. Was that the one we were playing?
You were there. Yeah, you were there too. Yeah, so I got to enjoy it, even though I wasn't able to play it. So that was awesome.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
This game is classic, man. It's great.
Playing with Dredd, so that's the time I played this game, and I played with semi-strangers, right? They're people that I see in podcasts, but I've never actually talked to them, because they're in the chat. So it's really cool to get to know people that watch the podcast, the podcasting shows that we're in, and that we listen to and that we chat in. So, yeah. So that was fantastic. It was a great game. It was a great experience, and we did finish my playthrough of it, and it is exactly like Turtles in Time, only better. More moves, of course.
More moves. Yeah, the moves in this game are excellent. The way you can
the combo system
be
is
doing a combo
awesome.
and come out of that combo and do another combo and do another combo. I mean, it's just excellent. But I love the way they still paid homage to the old school gameplay. You can just play it old school if you want. You don't have to worry about that. You're still gonna have fun. So
and all the old in jokes too. There's a lot I've noticed. Like there's a lot of stuff that make me want to go. I have Ninja Turtle characters still from my childhood over on my nerd wall, and I look at them and I'm like,
wow.
Yay, I remember this. So
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, like to me, growing up in the 90s, this is what the Turtles looked like to me. So this is the Turtles I grew up
Yeah,
with.
me too.
The new Turtles look weird.
Yeah.
So real quick, where was I? I was talking. Splendiferous says, so playing with strangers is okay? Is that what you're saying, Axel? Sure am. This is the whole episode. We all play with strangers here. It's all right. That is what I'm saying, Splendiferous.
If you play with me, I'm strange. So yeah.
Strangers,
don't take
not
candy.
strange people. All right. Give me 1 second to get my.
Sorry, guys. Excuse me.
I might be going on here. Mm, Let me see. Online.
It's beverage time.
Oh, we should do the word again. We should do that.
Word? Oh my goodness. That was
That was a fun
Mad
thing.
Lib thing. All right.
No. The one where there was a secret word, and if the chat said it, then cheers.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right,
guys
put it in the
drink-
private chat, and if somebody says it, then we'll.
There you go. All right. So the game that I like playing with strangers is actually another MMO, a different MMO than World of Warcraft. But to me, I started playing this game with my friends, and again, our schedules conflict, so I don't get to play with them often. But I still want to play. This is the one I'm currently no-lifing, and that is Elder Scrolls Online. My friends bought this for me on Steam, and I kind of found out that there's no crossplay between Xbox and PC, which kind of sucks. But outside of that, what a fantastic game. And I love playing with my friends, but I also like playing with strangers. Now, I'm a tank, so I can play with any group as long as I know where I'm supposed to be. And different bad guys will have different strategies on how to do it. Kind of like what Dr. Sonja says, you have to know what you're doing. You don't have to say a thing. And we go in and we do these raids that are just essentially difficult dungeons, right? And they have difficult bosses that can wipe you all out. And if somebody messes up, you are all dead instantly. So it's a lot of fun to play with these strangers because we're all trying to do the same thing, trying to do it right. You can partner up in a raid. It depends on how many people you want. You can have up to 12 people depending on the raid and the event. But I usually partner up with the 6-man raids. And those are the most fun for me. And it's just so much fun to play this with strangers. And you get to type in the chat. You get to ping. And there's a big strategy behind it. Like, it looks like they're not doing much, but, they are all positioning themselves. If you notice, they're not just running in. They're positioning themselves, some closer than others, some further to the left. And they're all sticking closer to the healer, right? So you have to do all these things all at the same time to get through these raids. Because if one of you goes out and tries to Lone Ranger this bad boy, that person's going to die, and it's going to ruin the raid. And it's important as well because you got to get all your buffs in. If you're not buffed, you're not doing it right. So you got to manage a lot, including your buffs. So yeah, I really love playing the 6-man raids. Playing with friends, 6-man raids. Yeah. Axel, you're killing me over here. That's right. Play. Go ahead and load up Elder Scrolls Online, and go to Skyrim and play with some strangers, guys. Oh my goodness. 4GQ TV joins us. Hey,
Clowns,
thank you so much
what's
for
up?
coming in. Appreciate you coming in.
What a fun
Let's
guest
see.
we have.
Has anybody else played Elder Scrolls Online? Dr. Sonja, have you played?
Yes. I'm not sure where to start with this because I thought this is what I would do my PhD on because I did my master's in World of Warcraft. So the next progression, this was coming out. It was new. I proposed it as my thing. And I started to play it, and I don't want to play my Elder Scrolls with other people. I like my Skyrim, my Morrowind, my individual player games, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get into it. I wanted to, and maybe it's World of Warcraft's bias, right? Or I don't know why. I couldn't get into it, but I really wanted to. And it looks like fun, but also I think I would just go back to World of Warcraft and then go play Skyrim and take my time and explore the beautiful mythology myself. So.
Yeah. If you explored this world, if you started walking from one side to the other, it'd probably take you 10 days.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think I tried, but then there's always this constant
I remember this
desire to
dragon
play,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, dragon. I mean, this looks like so much fun. Yeah, maybe maybe I will play it again.
Yeah, get ready for the grind again. All right. Princess Zelda, have you played Elder Scrolls Online?
I have not played it online, no.
All right. Doggy.
Not my jam.
So you see how they're all gathered kind of in between his neck and the wing? That is super important, guys. If you move from there, you're basically going to die. So, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Don't stand in the fire. That's
Yeah, don't stand in the fire.
yep.
Don't aggro the second boss. There's another boss that comes up. The way we ended up beating this guy was we went dual tanks. Instead of one, we had two. One to aggro one boss and one to aggro the other one and keep him away.
That's smart.
So the other person would aggro the second boss and literally just run around in the back. And that was the strategy we did. Success. Great success, everybody.
Yay.
That's right. Okay. That's going to do it for our second round of iconic video games we love playing. Because you know what time it is? Guess what time it is? It is intermission time with Princess Zelda.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This evening we have an awesome intermission for you. We are asking our esteemed doctors the hidden meanings behind some of the most prominent character traits of our interesting panel and friends in the chat. Doctors, are you ready?
Yes, for sure. I'm always ready.
I am
You will
always
never
ready.
find a moment when I'm not ready.
All right, your next question. Doctors, our dear friend Doggy Dog is a racing fanatic. What does this say about his personality?
All right. And we're going to go with Dr. Sonja first this time.
Racing. Yes. Well, that's a challenging one to think through. This is a complicated person we're talking about here. And I mean, racing's all about apexes, right? So like cutting things really close. So I think our friend Doggy Dog is really into really close, precise thoughts. I don't know. I feel like he's a very precise thinker who needs to fine tune things and that's my professional opinion.
There you go. All right. Dr. Doggy, what do you think about?
Precise thinker. That Doggy Dog guy, I can't chew gum and walk at the same time or think of two things at once. There's no possible way. That's what it is. I'll tell you what it is with that Doggy Dog 420 guy. Is what it is. His fetish with these racing games, the driving games, is I always see him in these podcasts. He's on these podcasts and he's always got a drink in his hand, right? Well, he's probably got like 10 DUIs already. So the only way he can drive is through these racing games. He's got to love them. It's his only chance he's ever going to drive. God probably don't even have a license. Got it.
All right. Thank
That
you
was
so
my second
much,
guess.
Dr. Doggy, PhD in sociology from google.com. We appreciate you.
Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Thank you, Axel. I appreciate that. Thank you for putting that on there.
No. All right. Wait. We're gonna move on. All right. Princess Zelda. Let's see. So I'm gonna go with what Dr. Doggy said on this one because I know Doggy and precise thoughts are precisely incorrect.
Yeah, there's none.
All right. So back to you, Princess Zelda.
Our next question. I kind of want to come back to Axel for a minute here. I didn't get enough information on him. So what is the underlying meaning of his love for trains?
All right. We'll go with Dr. Doggy first on this one.
So his love for trains. Well, I'd say, well, first of all, every time he talks, it's a train load of BS. So of course he's got like this train, and he's got these podcasts, and he's got this train set behind him because he talks, and that's why it stops right there. Because he's talking, and then all this BS comes out of his mouth, and then it loads into these little train cars, and it takes off that way. So that's what it is. And hold on. I also think part of his problem is he got a fetish with cabooses. And I actually have it on a good authority that what he does is he stands in front of a mirror backwards, and he'll stand there and look at his own caboose, and he smacks it. He says, "Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?" Woo! Woo!
Wow.
Dr. Sonia, what do you got?
Well, I was going to take the more serious route and try to understand that maybe Axel thinks that life is a bit of a train wreck, and so building trains and using trains is a way to sort of recapture life and try to undo the train wreck, so to speak, and put his life back on track, right? And so building this train set in his room gives him this special space to undo this train wreck of a life. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
These
Wow,
doctors.
that is
Wow.
so right.
Yeah,
That is so right. Wow.
I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, so
That's a train wreck of life. That is Axel right
Back
there.
on track. I loved it. Well done.
Princess Zelda, who do you think was more right on the Axel question?
I don't know. I mean, it was compelling information from Dr. Doggy, but that back on track, I really liked it. So I'm going to go
Yeah.
with Dr. Sonja on this one.
Dr. Sonja,
Oh,
all right.
yes, all right. Well said.
Wow.
Okay. Any more questions for our esteemed panel of doctors?
That's going to do it for this round.
All
I have a
right.
lot to think about.
Dr. Doggy, PhD in Sociology from Google.com. Thank you so much. We'll see you next break, sir.
We'll see you here in the fuel.
All right. Oh, what a fantastic show. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. I'm laughing so hard. I cannot.
I know, my cheeks are, I keep crying.
Oh my God.
that'll teach you to bring strangers onto your show. Overanalyze things.
All right, here we go, guys. Last topic. So we want to change it up for the last topic, everybody. We are going to, instead of talking games we like playing with strangers, we're actually going to talk about games we don't like playing with strangers. There's just, for some reason, we did like to play solo or play with only people we know, and we're going to get into why. Dr. Sonja, we're going to let you go first.
Okay. Well, this is a game I'm actually playing quite a bit right now. And right now I'm going through a bit of transition life, right? I finished with my PhD, and it leaves this strange void in life. So I try to do complex things to keep me busy. And so the game I'm talking about is Civilization 6. And it has a multiplayer mode. You can go and play with other people. And I think it's actually probably really good, but it is my special space for my brain to go, right? I love this game because I can do whatever I want and I don't have to impress anybody, right? So if I go in and I'm going to build a civilization and brutally take over the world, attack people randomly or ignore people, whatever I choose to do as this god of this world that I'm going to make for myself, I don't want anybody there judging me or watching me or
Only God can judge me.
right, or messing with my strategy. I don't, the AI is my challenge, and I'm good with that. So it has a special place for me. I don't like the idea of, I guess, I don't know, competing logics or having to follow a certain formula. I feel like these sorts of strategy games require very formulaic play if you're going to play with other players, and I don't want to. So I choose to play this alone, and I don't think I will ever play it with somebody else. I think this is a me game. And building civilizations is really challenging, and so I do lose a lot as well in this game. It's one of the hardest civilization games I've played, and I think I've won once out of the last 30 games I've played.
Wow.
Because I am just I don't know, right? And I'm okay with that.
Nuke Gandhi mode.
I did get to the nukes, and then I had like a complex, and I didn't know whether to do it, and so but I can have these conversations, and then I can sit and pause it and not have to impress anyone with my time, and I can put it on hold for 3 hours and wander away and come back and make my decision. So I like the pace, I like being able to control everything, and I like the privacy of taking over barbarian camps and the world. So
There you
I
go.
don't know, yeah.
Michael Power is thinking the way I'm thinking is Gandhi still nuke happy this point into the series. No, they did patch it.
Yeah.
They did patch it.
Yeah.
Guys, what a fantastic choice, Civilization. Doggy, have you played Civilization?
I've struck out on her games today. No.
No, all
I
right.
have not played this.
Princess Zelda, have you played Civilization?
I have played this briefly, and I agree this is not something I would want to play with others, as it is something that I would like to explore on my own and not have to take input.
There you go. I also have played Civilization, and I actually I got away from it because I started doing speed runs on it, trying to get to a win condition as fast as absolutely possible. So all I played for a while was nothing but Civilization, just to get through like skipping, skip, turn off this, turn off this, skip. Doesn't matter if they kill that settlement. I'm going to take over this settlement, but only for 10 turns, and then I'm going to move over here. Like, just get into the win condition as fast as possible, right? And never by domination, because domination takes forever, right? Yep. So I would always go like either the science route or the culture route, although the science route was the fastest way I found out to get into a win condition. Basically, launch your people into space and start colonizing something, you win the game. So I ended up being able to get through an entire game of Civilization in like under 2 hours, just as fast as possible. Pre-memorized move, pre-memorized everything. Like if I run into something, I knew whether to waste my time with it or not, based on what I wanted, based on the tech tree I was going after. And after a while of doing speed runs, I just kind of got bored of it. Like, I don't know why I got into speed runs. I just kind of did. And depending on the AIs, they would mess up your speed run because some of them were real attack happy. And I needed what I had was the absolute minimum I needed to win. And if another AI came in and tried to beat me out of it and I had to refocus into taking it over, it would ruin my speed run and just start over. Like, I needed perfect games. So yeah, I put a lot of hours into Civilization.
It made me think the other reason I like to play alone is that I do like to watch all of the cutscenes and think about the different literature and the different music going into different civilizations. And I like playing as like Canada and building the Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty. And I like thinking through the complexities of messing with history and things like that. So maybe I'm just too geeky with it as well, where I like to actually try to think about what if the world was really like this. So I think I'd be a really boring multiplayer partner because I'd be like, fascinating. Yeah, this
isn't video games. What? Yeah, absolutely. Ty Drago says he's put a lot of hours into Civilization. He loves strategy games, and depending on what resources a city has should depend on what buildings you build in it. Exactly. Yeah. There's just some resources when I was going for a tech victory, a science victory, that I didn't need as much as others. So so there you go, guys. Civilization, that is Dr. Sonja's game that she does not want to share her time with strangers because they just ruined the game for her. Fantastic choice. Princess Zelda, what game are you going to go for?
I'm going to preface my answer by saying games that you should not play with me. And that one is Rocket League. Rocket League is the only game where my children would rather be partners with each other than with a parent. I'm awful. I'm so bad that if you are stuck with me, you will quit before the game is over. But that being said, the game I don't like to play with others is one of my absolute favorite games I talk about all the time, Fortnite. I don't know what the algorithm is, but it's like if there is a troll, they get me every single time. So I don't care if you don't get any kills the whole game. I don't care if you are terrible at the game, you don't know how the weapons work or anything like that. But like I get these kids, and I don't ever get an adult. I don't know why, but I get these kids that like they'll ping like Reality Falls, but then they'll actually jump at the Daily Bugle. So I'm by myself with all these other teams, and my team is gone. Or they'll see me knocked right next to them, and they'll just kind of dance around me and then just leave me there and let me die. So I cannot stand playing Fortnite with strangers because I always get the worst partners ever. I always get trolled.
You always get trolled.
Always. And I'm not even kidding. I have tried again. I'm like, this can't keep happening. But I always get the kids that just don't want a stranger as a partner, but for some reason partner up with strangers. Don't get it.
So they're probably just streaming troll videos.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. You know what they do in build mode? It's awful. Like the storm's coming, so your own partners will build walls in front of you, so you're stuck in the storm and they're on the outside dancing. Like I get the worst kids ever. They're mean.
I mean, that's no offense, but that sounds like something I would do to my own family.
Oh, it's awful. I'm like, I do. I play solo. I no longer allow strangers to play because I'm like, it's not even fun. It's just frustrating. So.
All right, so there you go.
They're
Her
mean.
favorite game of all time,
Yeah.
but doesn't like to play it with strangers.
Oh,
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
so mean.
All right. Anybody else here play Fortnite? Do you prefer strangers or with people you know or by yourself? Anybody?
I could play it with strangers, people I know. I was still getting my butt kicked at this game. So that was cool. He got a semi in there. I never seen that. That was kind of cool right there.
Yeah,
When did they add that stuff?
a long time ago now.
Okay, so it's just how much I play it. But yeah, I tried to play this game and I stunk completely at it. And I was playing it against the randoms, but it didn't really bother me. The fact that I just stunk at it is really what bothered me. So.
Me too.
Yeah,
You
I have
retyped the
not
comment.
picked up this game since they put in the no build mode. Which is funny because I probably enjoyed the no build mode because that's the reason I stopped playing it was because I was a potato. I can't build. I don't want to learn to build.
Right.
I don't want to, have my screen just go up like weird circles. Like, okay, you just gotta, and suddenly you're 30 stories up in the sky. And you're like,
Right.
where is he?
That doesn't even comprehend to me as something to do. I don't even think that when I'm like, oh no, I'm in trouble. Boom, build something. And I'm 30 feet in the air, like you said, yeah, okay.
I paid my children to teach me how to build. Like we actually did lessons, like at school.
Wow.
Like they need to know that they can make money from games, and I need this skill that they have that I lack, and so I literally paid them.
Yeah,
And I still can't build, so I'm not a good student.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you just had bad teachers,
No, they're really good, and they were patient, which is the most important to me. They were patient.
Yeah, see, like, look at all this crap they built. Like, I have no idea why, and yeah. So I'm see, look at that. See what I mean? Look at this. This person's
Right.
already
See,
up.
I'm going there. Yeah.
Like,
I would box myself in and somebody break it down and whoop me.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's what I would do too. So yeah, the Fortnite building mode, I just can't get into it. I have won games though, without building. Even though I'm a potato, I'm a pretty good shot, and I did win. And once I won, I got my victory royale. I was like, that's it. I beat the game. I'm never playing another round of Fortnite. I'm going to retire a champion. Yeah. Dr. Sonja, have you played this?
I have never played Fortnite. I don't know why I take some sort of strange pride in having never downloaded it and never played it and never tried to play it. Mostly, I think I'm intimidated. So I have never played it.
There you go.
Straight up. So you've stumped me here. I know it exists, but I've never played it.
I revived Zelda 30 times today alone. I still love her. Still fun.
Aw.
He did. He really
Aw.
did. I'm like, I'm down. I'm knocked. He hears that all the time.
Oh, so cute. So cute.
Aw.
All
That's
right.
a true love.
Love stories right here on the
patient.
Video
Davey,
Game
tell us
Podcast.
about the next game you don't like to play with strangers.
Mine's kind of for the same selfish reasons, man. It's like a game that I still play now. Forza Horizon 5. Man, I love playing with friends. I love getting rammed off the road by
Dreadpool.
Dreadpool. I love playing with back and Axle. Racing is fun. I have a good time. And when I'm talking with my friends online, and like in between, whenever it's loading to go into whatever we're doing, the Horizon Open or whatever it is, or the playlist or whatever it is, it's cool. So I can go around, I can smash boards. I'm having a good time finding roads. But man, when these random fools, dude, that you're playing with online, it's no fun listening to them. It's no fun racing with them because it's besides like when you're racing with your friends, besides with Dreadpool ramming you off the road, you're trying to win as a team. You know what I'm saying? But when you're playing with the randos and stuff, they don't care, man. It doesn't matter if you're on the red or blue or whatever. They're just trying to ram you. They're just trying to. It doesn't matter. They're just trying to. So it's no real fun. It's just to me, it's no fun playing this with people. This game's supposed to be sociable. Get with your friends, travel in a convoy, do this and that. No, this game, I love smashing the boards. I love driving the roads. I love finding the areas, everything there is by myself. And if I'm going to be doing it with somebody online, I'm going to be talking with somebody that I like and just having a good time with me. that's on the same page as me, man. When you play this game with other people, this one it just isn't. I like playing in Forza Motorsport with people because you're just racing, right? But there's more to it, and it just, I don't know. This one doesn't do it for me online. This one doesn't do it for me. But I do love playing with my friends online. But randos, now I'm not feeling it.
All right. Well, there you go. Dr. Sonja, have you played Forza Horizon 5 online with strangers?
I have not played it online with strangers. No, I have a very similar outlook where I like to play it by myself. I like to explore and crash and do whatever I want and not have to worry about other people. It's a beautiful game too. I just like enjoying the beauty without worrying about others. And yeah.
Yep.
So, I totally agree with you, Doggy. I'm with you there.
Every time they announce these, I always hope I'm like, I hope they don't go too overboard with the online. You know what I'm saying? I always saw that in 3, 4, and 5. And they always add the perfect amount of online, but you can always play it by yourself, play it with your friends, or you can play it with people. But I'm glad that they leave it where it is because you just want to kind of go do stuff by yourself. I mean, some people want to do with your friends and stuff or with your randos, but yeah, my selfish reasons, it's a beautiful game. Like she said, you just want to just go enjoy that by yourself.
There you go. Princess Zelda, do you like playing this game with friends or with strangers or by yourself?
I like playing it with my family or alone. I share the same sentiment, but you know what I love about the game is that it has like your friends' names on the other cars. So you kind of feel like you're playing with others and you don't have to.
Drivatars. Yeah.
So you kind of feel like you're being competitive without actually having to embarrass yourself.
I've actually yelled at Doggy Dog to get out of my way many times. When I'm playing with myself.
They had to explain to you.
Even though he's not actually there, his Drivatar is always blocking me.
So it's like you're really playing.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dreadpool's there ramming people off the road too.
No, you should see Dreadpool.
Drivatar style. Yeah, he's probably the most vicious Drivatar in Xbox Live.
Every time I pass him, he sideswipes me.
Yep. Yeah. There's no clean pass with Dreadpool.
That's right. No clean racing awards with Dreadpool. So
love you, Dreadpool. We're just
I actually enjoy playing the online mode in Forza Horizon, but not the teams mode, not the team adventure racing. I like racing by myself, being on my own team, just placing whatever place I get, right? Whether it be first place, last place, it doesn't matter. I just like playing by myself. Right. Because when you play red team, blue team, it's always like one team dominates and the other team doesn't have a chance.
It gives up.
Because that person that comes in first is always going to come in first. And it kind of sucks because you don't get as good rewards if you don't win. Mm-hmm. So that's why I like playing Forza, which I don't mind playing with strangers as long as I'm on my own independent team.
Yep.
Because playing with other people kind of sucks. But they have not brought in the ghosting crashes like they did in Forza Motorsport.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if that happens in Motorsport. It sounds like it's not going to.
That was cool that was a cool update they put in there too. Yeah.
Yeah, the ghosting crashes. So that was really fun.
Yep.
But Forza Horizon does not have ghosting crashes. It has actual crashes. And every now and again, somebody's like, you'll run into somebody that's like, all right, I'm in my Mini Cooper, and here comes this guy in a freaking Unibog semi-truck racing it in races it shouldn't be in and just ramming everybody off the road. So, yeah, I do enjoy playing Forza Horizon probably by myself the most, but I don't mind playing with friends. Great choice there, Doggy. Fantastic choice, even though you kind of suck at driving, but yeah, whatever.
Hey, okay, hey, that's true,
All right.
Let's drive precision.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Precision.
It's all right. Hey, it's his show. I'll let him act like he's beat me a few times just to let him get over it. That's fine. That's fine.
Very generous of you.
Thank you.
No, Axel's awesome at the Forza. Just kidding.
No, I'm about as good as Doggy when it comes to that. So
yeah, we have good races, good competitive races, and right. Exactly. He has. I'll tell you what, Axel's good. Very good at having he can mod up a car and have a car that's ready to race and stuff. He obviously enjoys doing that. And if you are good at that and have a car set up for certain races and stuff, then yeah, you're advantage ahead, you know. So yeah, and I've noticed that about Axel. He's always ready to go with a nice car, tuned up and ready to go, you know. So props to him for that.
I do enjoy modding the cars. I'm not gonna lie. I spend hours modding my cars.
Yeah, and you always it seems like your car is always smooth and stuff that you got going. So, you know, but I still beat him by just a bit. Just shows my superior.
I always get the worst rewards.
I spend all that time modding cars just to lose.
Yes, yeah, I feel sorry for him. I just kidding.
Oh man, it's so funny. All right. So moving on to my game. So I'm going to talk about a game that I love to play. I played this game for 3 years straight. Me and my cousin, we set sail out in the open world of Sea of Thieves. And man, was it a good time. Just me and my cousin and our little sloop taking on boats that were, you know, we were taking on galleons, we were taking on brigandines and sinking them because we were having such a good time. But the thing about Sea of Thieves, the reason I bring this game up, as much as I love playing with my cousin, it's my favorite game to play with my cousin. I hate playing this game with randoms. And the reason I hate playing this game with randoms is because this game is not a game that you can play for 10 minutes. It's not a game you can play for 20 minutes. This is a game that if you're going to play, you are going to play for at least 2 hours, maybe up to 6. And to play with randoms, they'll be dropping in and out. You'll get people that don't want to do what you're doing. They'll start turning your boat, getting you off mission. Oh my God. I hate that. So I really don't like playing with randoms on Sea of Thieves because I like playing missions and I like doing quests. And I get it that part of the fun of Sea of Thieves is to not do anything and just go out and find some boats and sink them. But that's not what I do. I actually like doing my Athena's quest, my Athena's Fortune quest, because I'm a pirate legend. Because I'm grinding for the nice gear. I like doing the tall tales, and I like taking my time through it and enjoying the scripted stories that they're putting out, the art. I just love everything about Sea of Thieves when I play it with my cousin. But I cannot play it alone. Sea of Thieves is not a game you play by yourself. You have to play with a friend. And so that friend for me is my cousin. Me and him, we just, you know, we don't attack people, but if people attack us, it's on. One way or another, we are sinking your ship. You know, it's one of those things like if I go down, you're going down with me. That's exactly how me and my cousin are. We go scorched ocean, I guess is the way we go on Sea of Thieves. So yeah, I love Sea of Thieves, but I hate playing with strangers. Dr. Sonja, have you played Sea of Thieves?
No, but it's on my to-do list. I don't know a lot about it, but even, you know, looking at it, it looks awesome. But no, I have never played it, so
it's an experience. I'm telling you, it is. Sea of Thieves is unlike any other game out there right now.
And you said you have to play with somebody, so you always paired up with people. Is that
you can play by yourself, but you're not going to have a fun time. You're going to be bored out of your mind. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves is not a single player game. It wasn't designed around playing by yourself. You can, but you're not going to have a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, just being honest here.
No,
yeah. So let's see. Princess Zelda, Sea of Thieves. I know Titan's been playing Sea of Thieves sometimes.
Yes, we do family Sea of Thieves, and he's always the captain. He's the leader. But yeah, I have no interest in playing with strangers whatsoever.
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like everybody has a job, and if you don't do it, it messes it up, right?
Well, exactly. And if you don't agree upon what mission or what your goal is, then it's going to be just arguing and not fun at all. So I can't even imagine playing with strangers.
Yeah, imagine you're the captain of your ship, and somebody just takes it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun. Doggy Dog, have you played Sea of Thieves?
Man, I've never really played this with people online. I started trying to get into whatever it was to get going, but yeah, I've never really played it online. Game looks cool as can be. I'm sure it's fun, but I don't really have got into it.
There you go. So, Sea of Thieves is my game that I will not play with strangers. Let's see. Eternal Shaddai jumps in. Hey, Eternal, thank you so much for jumping in. We appreciate you.
Yeah. What's up, brother?
Let's see. Axel is antisocial. In Sea of Thieves, I am. I have to be playing with someone with a microphone, full communication, and we're on the same team doing stuff. So, yeah. Time Struggle said they delayed Season 7. That's correct. They did delay Season 7. They must have found a bug. That is correct. Let's see. My favorite games with strangers was Guitar Hero 3 before 2020. They
Oh,
shut down
yeah.
the servers. Yeah.
I would have used the Guitar Heroes or Rock Bands, but I talk about those so much. So yeah, but those were always great. Just like you could always, I would do that on Rock Band 3. I would always every week I'd get the new DLCs, and then I'd just go, I'd drink a little, and man, let's play. And I'd just go find somebody to play online. And just whatever. If they wanted to play bass, they want to play guitar, whatever. I just man, I love that. Yeah, one of the greatest. I met so many friends that I know now on Rock Band 3. Yeah, great choice there.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I met one of my online friends, but he has since then stopped playing Xbox on Guitar Hero, and it was just hooking up with a random guy, and we ended up liking each other's styles and talking, and we became good friends. And every time I would get home, like I had a schedule: get home, do stuff, sit down, get online, check if he was online, and if he was online, we were shredding.
Right.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
That was the routine for Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
I can call it shredding, even though you're not actually shredding, but whatever. To me, it was shredding.
It was.
Shred, jam, yeah. Yep.
All right. Eternal Shaddai says, my favorite games with strangers are State of Decay 2 and The Division 2. I used to do a lot of playing with strangers. Lost Planet. It was fun.
Lost Planet, yeah.
That's right. All right. With all that being said, guys, guess what time it is? It's Commission Time with the real Mr. Zelda.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This evening, we are asking our esteemed doctors the hidden meanings behind some of the most prominent character traits of our interesting panel and friends in the chat. Doctors, are you ready for your last 2 questions?
Oh, yes! Always ready!
Born ready.
Born ready!
Your next question is, I do not like playing horror games. Why do you think I have an aversion to this genre?
All right.
Oh, my
Doggy.
gosh. Oh, my gosh. Well, this is easy. You don't like horror games? Princess Zelda, I completely understand. I completely feel for you. I completely fear for you. If I had to wake up next to Triton Drago in the middle of the night or in the morning, I would be completely fearful of horror games too. I'd be, who knows what's coming around the corner? Completely understand.
There you go. Because of Titan Drago. Thank you so much, Dr. Doggy Dog, with your PhD in Facebook Sociology.
Oh, you're welcome. No, hey, no, what are you calling me? Some Facebook?
That's right.
You want me up with a Facebook? Is that what this is? You better know.
You got a PhD in Facebook Sociology.
He also does marriages.
This is a psychologic brain science of video games of the Social Fine Arts Center of the University of Harvard, PhD. You get that right.
Oh, sorry.
That's how you're tired of having that. Why do I have to always correct you for? It's the same thing.
It always happens, right? They always
Right,
screw up our titles.
That's what he's just trying to make me mad. That's all it is. I come in here, he tries to make me mad. Dude, he never introduces me. He treats me like I'm third rate.
Doesn't even like your tie. He doesn't even compliment your tie.
Yeah, exactly. I
like
got
that
my
one.
tie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Axel, if my hair is not as awesome as yours is. I try to present myself well.
Oh,
Sorry,
we love you,
but
Dr. Doggy. We love you. Go ahead and fix your name, Dr. Doggy, while we turn to Dr. Sonja.
It doesn't fit.
All right, go ahead with Dr. Sonja. Dr. Sonja, why is Princess Zelda scared of the dark?
Oh, I can't resist giving the actual answer here. So I'm going to use my doctor powers to give you a real answer. I believe that horror is actually used by people who have experienced a lot of negative things in their life to sort of see the horror that could have been. Right? So if you don't like horror games and you don't appreciate them, it means you've probably had a really good life. You've probably had a very safe environment to be in, where horror games are places where you go and experiment with danger because you're trying to run from the danger in your existing life. That's way too serious for this.
No way. It totally makes sense. I mean, she is a princess. Of course she would have a good life. She is a pampered princess. She doesn't know... She has not experienced a day of hardship in her life.
Oh, okay. Ganon, I mean, but yeah, I suppose not.
Ganon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Being kidnapped by Ganon could be pretty traumatizing though. Yeah.
But yeah, so
There you go.
that's what I had.
We
Yeah.
lost Dr. Doggy, PhD.
Am I still on? You guys still hear me, right?
I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can hear
you.
you.
I'm trying to
Yes.
put my name in. I'm trying to put my name in correctly because Axel can't do it for me. I can't believe that I have to be a guest on the show and put my own name in here. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Do you want me to fix your name, Dr. Doggy?
No,
I
I'm
got you.
typing it now. I'm typing it now. It's all
Bring
good.
it down.
No, I better not have to pay for putting this many letters in here. You're not going to send me like a bill later, are you?
More than 50 characters, you're gonna get DLC. You
I
gotta
would
subscribe to the
expect
premium
nothing
name
less.
pack.
Yeah, I expect nothing less from you.
I feel like you're
Subscribe to the
retying your
premium name
tie.
pack.
It's a name back.
That's right. All right, there you go. Princess Zelda, who do you think got it right?
I honestly think it's a combo platter here. I believe that there's an infinite number of things to be grateful for, and I am grateful for so many things, which aligns with Dr. Sonja. But then I'm thinking about like when I was playing Fortnite, and if Titan takes out a whole team, he's always telling me, and I just wasn't listening. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. And so I'm thinking now, Dr. Doggy's starting to make sense.
There you
All
go.
coming together.
Right.
And Dr. Michael Power, Dr. Chris is coming in. I'm gonna go ahead and voice him here. Let me see if I can do this. The aversion to horror games can be explained by an aversion to having your safe space, literally and conceptual, invaded by a threatening presence. How was my impression, Dr. Sanya?
I think, yeah, you sounded really good. I almost, I can picture him right here in front of me, right? I'm avoiding using I don't know if we use real names, so that's why I keep hesitating, Marco Power.
Yeah, Mako. I just called Mako. We did use his
Mako
real
Power.
name. It was Chris from Mako Power
Chris.
Gaming. Yes.
That's right. Okay, well, yeah.
So,
See? So
there you
go
go.
team of doctors.
There
All
you
three
go.
of us.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Professor Doggy changed from Spanish linguistics to Facebook sociology. What gives? I blame Facebook Institute for this.
Yo, Eternal, what's up with that, brother? Hey, ever since we got into the Menudo thing we was talking about, I've really got into listening to that. That's some good music. I really appreciate it.
Kilo Milo is questioning your credentials, Dr. Doggy. I'd rather listen to Snoop Dogg than Dr. Doggy. Dog.
No, I can completely understand that. That's a whole different thing. I'm talking brain here. Snoop Dogg is talking, with the smoking and the whole weed thing, you know what I'm saying? I can completely understand. That's a whole different thing.
Snoop Dogg, I use him at the beginning of some of my university classes because he released a video telling students to read the syllabus. So you can actually see Snoop Dogg talking like a doctor. So
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I just had to one-up you there and
Wow, what up,
Hey,
Bishop? Yeah, we know what kind of World of Warcraft player you are.
Hey, there's never nothing that, you know what? There is nothing ever wrong with taking lessons, though, from one Mr. Snoop Dogg. He is up there in the ranks. He's up there in the ranks, so.
All right.
Not up
Hey,
there,
let's
not
see.
up to me, but,
Eternal Shaddai says, my only fear is Drago and his smite. We already covered that. Be sure to catch that on the replay, Eternal Shaddai.
Yes,
Guitar
it is.
Hero
It
Smite
is. It is
together would
fearful.
be interesting. Just a bunch of gods with guitars. Hell yeah!
Man,
All right, Princess Zelda. Let's. What is our next question?
All right, I have one more. So what does it say about any of us if we spend more time on video games than at our actual jobs?
All right, and we're gonna go with Dr. Sonja first this time.
Well, it means you just didn't do it right because I made video games my job, so I could spend my time on video games, which making it my job. So I don't know what anyone else is doing, but that's the way around it, clearly. So
There you go. You're
Mic
not doing
drop.
it right, you bunch of plebs. Here we go. Dr. Doggy, what do you think?
Well, I don't know, man. You know, you can make video games your job. You know, that's not really actually that bad. Just don't get too delved into it too deep because, you know, you could end up like Axel and acting like, you know, you're something big and acting like you know stuff about dinosaurs and acting like you know stuff about trains and you're playing with your booty. You know, so
With your booty.
Well, that's what, hey, that's what you're doing, man. I just bringing up the facts here, brother. That's what it is. Axel, you know, I love you, man, but, you know, you got character flaws, and that's what'll happen with you. If you play too many video games, you're gonna end up like this Axel guy. And you gotta ask yourself sometimes, should I play a few more hours of the video games, or should I put down the controller and not be like this Axel dude?
Wow.
It's a serious question. It's a disease out there. Deal with it, you know. It's a growing disease. You know, and you don't want to be like Axel.
I have to add in really quick. Did you know that playing video games improves our ability to critically think? So it actually says that we are all very critical, awesome thinkers and problem solvers. That's what it really says about us. So
Yes,
it's
for
all
sure.
High
For
five
sure.
to all the gamers.
For sure,
out there.
unless you're like Axel and you can't comprehend anything, and then you just end up like Axel.
You
Right.
know what? I am
Yeah.
going to use my critical analytic skills right here and solve my problem with Dr. Doggy right now.
There. I'm not gonna sit here and take this no more. Well, unless you'll have me on again one more time. I'm actually hoping for that. But Axel, I hope until then, maybe you can improve your act, because you know there's always room for improvement, especially when it's you. So hey, that's always something to look forward to. So there you go. And I got to say, I thank you all for having me here, especially you, Axel. Thank you at your show, Matt's present. Princess Zelda, awesome to see you back. And Dr. Sonja, you're so awesome. Even the dog says, yeah, the dog says yes. But your insight on games was second to none, and we loved hearing it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was lots of fun, and I got to enjoy and smile and nerd out. So I enjoyed this a lot. This is great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
Awesome.
so much. So, yeah, you're awesome.
You're amazing. Let's see. Chris from Axle Powered Gaming says, I know Doggy is saying Axel, but that's not quite what I'm hearing. It's your German accent.
Yes, it's Axel. Yes, exactly. There you go. People are actually catching on. You know.
Princess Zelda, can we read this one?
Aldi? Aldi's nuts.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Oh my god. Honey Bun right here says, we're so glad to see Princess Zelda is back. Absolutely, we love Princess
We're
Zelda.
glad you're here. Thank you for being here.
I love how the movie Soul that explained the meaning of life. I have not. Disney Soul. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know that one. I did watch it. Let's see. Fun night. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Well, but before we go, Dr. Sonja, thank you so much for coming on our show, bringing
you so
your
much.
expertise, especially on this topic that was handcrafted, chosen for you, because we love to hear your expertise, and not just that, but we love to hear the games you enjoy playing and get your thoughts on them, not just as a doctor, but also as a gamer, because we're all just here for the games, and that's what we love playing. And of course, all the games, whether we play them or not, whether we like them or not, if you like them, there's just that's all that matters, because that's what games are. They're an escape for some of us.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for having me. It was lots of fun.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Absolutely. And we'll have you again. Maybe we'll have you and Chris together in one show.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, we can have the Doctor Trio.
That's right. The Dooming Doctors.
The emergency room. We'll have the emergency room here.
The gaming emergency room.
Yeah. I like it.
There you go.
The only time
The
is a
game
doctor
in
in the
ER.
house going to work.
All right, and Princess Zelda, thank you so much for coming back. Finally,
Oh,
Missed you guys.
Woo! Man. Yes.
that's right. Our chat absolutely loves you, and they missed you. I think it was apparent today. So yeah, I think
Great to see everybody.
you know, Princess Zelda, you have your fans, and we're so happy. You know, I'm a fan of Princess Zelda. I know that much.
I'm a fan.
So yeah,
I got a fan.
thank you so much
I got a fan
to our superstar for coming back. And guys, I think that is going to do it for our show this evening. As always, I'm Axle1324.
I'm Princess Zelda.
And I'm Dr. Doggy Dog PhD, Brain Science of the Video Games of the Fine Arts Center, the PhD of the University of Harvard. University of Harvard.
Of Harvard. All right. Dr. Sonja, before we get out, would you like to tell the people where they can find you?
You can find me on Twitter. It's at @ForestGhost_. You should be able to find me somewhere. I'm also on YouTube, but you can find me around. I'm sure I'll make my appearance. But thank you for the shout.
Thank you. All right. With that, everybody, we'll catch you guys next time.